Who is the real Jesus? The real Jesus, his name is Yeshua ben Yosef. He's pretty much the higher level character that you'll read about in the Gospels, but not anything that's edited into the Gospels, which pretty much would be anything that contradicts the golden rule, which is pretty much treat others as you want to be treated, and spirituality, which is pretty much experiences with spiritual substance, pretty much. And so, I mean, and any kind of edited content in the Gospels, like, will pretty much be like later on in the reading of the text. And one key thing, that's important, an important part of the golden rule is definitely forgiveness. And it's basically, most people, would want to be forgiven, and you might want to forgive people, but let them know that whatever they might have done wrong to you or whatever, it's deconstructive. I mean, and at least do physical forgiveness. If you can't do mental forgiveness, that's all right. People might need to learn some kind of lesson for what they do. It's equivalent to what they do. It doesn't have to be any multiplied times. Just, let the chaos decide. Don't decide, don't decide anything specific. And the whole dying for your sins thing, that was edited into the Bible for the Crusaders to justify what they did in war and stuff. But, I mean, if you need to be relieved, of anything wrong you did, sin is pretty much just like any kind of action that has negative consequences. I mean, just think about, forgiveness in the Gospels. Forgive yourself, forgive others, and just move on as you keep on learning in life, always seek more truth and help to counter all the lies and hurting that happens in this world, pretty much. This is basically what's been told to me in my intuition and stuff. I mean, in the spirit, definitely be spiritual, have your own experience with spiritual substance and stuff, and treat others as you want to be treated. That's all you need to do, and it sums up the law. Law being mainly the 10 Commandments and anything else that is sensible. It's what's sensible is basically, don't murder, cheat, steal, or lie. Mainly, murdering is biologically deconstructive and socially deconstructive. Cheating is socially deconstructive and potentially biologically deconstructive. Stealing is socially and economically deconstructive. And lying is primarily socially deconstructive, pretty much. And, there's, like Leviticus, it's like specifically, it's, don't, pretty much, don't inbreed, because that's biologically deconstructive and perhaps even socially deconstructive, and things like that. I mean, This is, basically, and all those things can be summed up, with treat others as you want to be treated. Those are just laws, but once you know the laws, though, I mean, you don't need to be obsessed with the laws, because you get obsessed with the laws, then you might, not be able to treat others as you want to be treated. And just, try and focus more on being spiritual, just build that. Once you know the law, you know the law. It's fine. You don't need to be obsessed with dabbling in legalism all the time, And, oh yeah, and the Father of Jesus isn't the Old Testament God of vengeance and wrath, because why would Jesus say something like, the God of vengeance and wrath is the God of this world? I mean, like, how would that make any sense if his Father is the God of this world? It's not. It doesn't make sense. That his personality in the Gospels is definitely higher level than things like vengeance and wrath. It's pretty much the opposite of that. It's helping. Helping people instead of vengeance and wrath. So basically, someone does something wrong to you, something deconstructive. They probably need help. Figure out how to help them. Love your enemy, or it doesn't have to be like oxytocin, the emotional love, It could just be acceptance, the logical operation that is love. Just, you have an enemy, they do wrong to you, they do deconstructive things to you. I mean, you can feel anger towards them or whatever, it's fine. But you can also accept them at the same time. You don't necessarily have to like deny their existence or something like that. The opposite of that. It'd be fear or whatever, Accept them anyways, All right. Well, this is pretty much the way I view the real Jesus in a nutshell for now. I mean, if I think of any more details on that, maybe I'll make another video on this.